I got one TV shooting couple. I'm taking on this walking.
This was the moment when a woman, who had arrived at a Texas church with her child, unleashed terror with an assault rifle and a bomb. On February 11, 2024, 36-year-old Janesse Moreno arrived at the renowned Lakewood Church in Texas around 2 p.m. in her SUV, accompanied by her 7-year-old son. Armed to the teeth, she entered the church lobby wearing a trench coat that concealed an assault rifle and carrying a backpack filled with additional firearms and ammunition. Once inside, she began unleashing terror. Fortunately, on that day, 2 off-duty armed police officers were working security at the church and quickly moved in to confront the shooter, while additional units were radioed to respond. Other uniformed officers were also present at the church, but instead of confronting the shooter head-on, as the 2 off-duty officers did, following proper procedure to neutralize the threat immediately, they took cover and hesitated, failing to take action. While this officer cowered in fear, with the shooter just meters away, the off-duty officers actively engaged the shooter to minimize any casualties. However, the uniformed officer wasn't alone in his cowardice. Other uniformed officers at the scene also took cover and hid.
I think we need to go. We need to get closer. Oh, they're coming. Let's approach. We need to approach. Come on. Come on. We need to approach. Father God, just be with us. Forgive us our sins. Come on. Come on.
While these officers hid, too fearful to confront the shooter, a 47-year-old church member had already been shot, making the officers' actions even more disgraceful. However, while the officers' behavior was shocking, the shooting itself was tragically predictable. The shooter, Janesse Moreno, was well known to law enforcement, and the incident was entirely preventable. Moreno had a long history of arrests spanning 2 decades, but even more troubling was her extensive history of mental illness. Moreno was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and her condition had been so severe that in 2016, Houston police officers placed her under emergency detention after she attempted. Her family repeatedly sought help from authorities to prevent her from accessing firearms after her psychiatrist strongly opposed her owning guns, and her mother-in-law petitioned multiple courts to have her weapons confiscated due to her mental instability. While the mother-in-law's efforts succeeded in Colorado, they failed in Texas, which Moreno moved back to after her weapons were confiscated in Colorado. Texas lacked a red flag law, a legal provision allowing courts to temporarily seize firearms from individuals deemed a danger to themselves or others. Moreno's mother-in-law also fought unsuccessfully to gain custody of her grandson. Tragically, this meant that Moreno retained custody of both her 7-year-old son and several firearms, setting the stage for the catastrophic events at the church. Now, let's return to the scene of the shooting, where the officers tasked with protecting citizens hid in fear.
I got one female shooting couple. I'm pinned down against the wall.
He wasn't pinned down against any wall, as the shooter wasn't even firing in his direction, but at the off-duty officers confronting her. The shooter's claim about her son being killed was particularly tragic, as her son had indeed been shot during the exchange of gunfire.
Stop shooting! Put the weapon down!
Put the weapon down!
Put the weapon down! Put the weapon down!
The exchange of gunfire continued until the off-duty officers ultimately neutralized the suspect. What was most annoying, however, was that the officers who had been hiding all along began to emerge only after the heavy lifting was already done and the shooter had been neutralized.
She may have a bomb. You need to call. You need to call. You need to call SPD.
I already got them called.
Hey, we need a medic. We need a medic immediately. Put the weapon down.
What's up?
Might be a bomb. Hey, who has that radio? You guys have it?
Yes, we already got it.
We need
We may need that squad. How many more authentic?
We don't know yet. We have a kid that's down. That's what we put it.
We need a medic. Hey, get a medic. Hey, is this a push?
You okay?
Got me shot? Yeah.
We need to show your approach.
Hold on, she got.
She might have a bomb.
That's the problem. Hold on, she got a
She
bomb.
might have a bomb.
That's the problem. I already called the EMS. I need EMS ASAP.
You other kids help them?
Yeah, I already did. What's interested in here? 2 minutes late. 2 minutes late. I need him at 3700 2 minutes late side. Adrian, stay back.
The officer then proceeded to disarm the suspect.
I'm going to be the responding
Hold on.
You got gloves? Anybody got gloves? You got gloves?
I got gloves. I got gloves. What do you need?
Okay, take the weapon. Gloves off.
Hold on. No, that's the shooter. That's the shooter. Hold on. Watch out. Hold on.
No, don't use your face.
Tim inside.
The suspect was pronounced dead at the scene by arriving medics, and no bombs were found on her or in the surrounding area. The suspect's 7-year-old son, who had been shot in the head, was rushed to Texas Children's Hospital, where emergency surgery was performed, involving the removal of a portion of his frontal lobe. He survived the incident, as did the 47-year-old man who had also been shot. If you found this video interesting, YouTube thinks you will like these videos even more.